Do you want to be a more impactful public speaker? If so, today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 quick ways that are going to allow you to become more impactful every time you speak. How do you become a more impactful speaker? There's a few things. The first thing that I want to bring up is most speakers, when they're speaking, they're doing what I call speak to inform. So they get up there, they get their information out, they get it through, but it's not really landing. When you're just sharing stats and figures and information, it's not really engaging for the audience, so therefore your impact is going to be dropping off. Instead, one way that you can do this is to inject stories. Stories are relatable. People they sit back, they relax, they take it in. So what I mean by that is that they're able to see themselves as the person that's being described in the story. So a lot of times when I'm giving a presentation, this is something that I'll do. I'll share a client story, and then after, I'll have audience members come up and say, oh, I want to be the next Jay, or I want to be the next Tess, or I relate to what they were going through. It's easier for them to see themselves in the hero of the story's situation, but also get the result, which then gives them confidence that they can achieve it, and then they're happy to move forward. The second thing that you can do to become a more impactful speaker is energy. We've all been there before where it's just a monotone, dry presentation and it goes on. And after a while, you're wondering, is the speaker breathing out sleeping gas? Because half the people are out here checked out or they're all over their phones. Energy is infectious. You need to grab people's attention, get a hold of them. It is possible for you to go over the top. So something I always recommend is record yourself speaking. Play out with different energy levels and test it out. Because a lot of times how we think we come across is different than how we do. And that's where the video is going to be very helpful to dial that in and make sure that you're speaking with the right energy that's compelling and engaging, and it's going to make you a more impactful speaker. And the third point, if you want to be impactful, you have to lead the audience. This is something that's quite obvious, but it's often overlooked. Sometimes people are nervous. They're like, oh, I don't want to come across too pushy or too salesy. I don't know where I want to get them going. But every time that you're speaking to an audience, you got to ask yourself, what do I want them to do? What do I want them to think? How do I want them to feel? Your whole presentation is leading them to an eventual decision. So you have to make it very clear and lead them to the next step. Whatever the next step, whether it's book a call, whether it's go buy, whether it's go to this website, whether it's pick up trash on the street when you see it, whatever it is, have a clear call to action that you know beforehand so that you can lead the audience as you're going through on exactly what you want them to do at the end so it's clear. And bonus tip, you'll have to repeat it. People don't do it the first time. A few will, but most won't. So repeat that call to action at the end, come back to it, and then that's going to make you a more impactful speaker. These 3 tips together, you'll notice that your impact goes up, your audience is going to be more engaged, and most importantly, you're going to make an impact, which is why you're speaking. You're doing it to make a difference. This, my friends, is how you make a difference.